Puffing on me high grade, sipping on me liquor. Girls them a come, them a want, them a take her. Bad man, me a come in, me a wanna take her. Girls them a come, them a want it on the liquor. I steady sipping on my liquor.
Hello guys, welcome back again. This is Cynthia Valino. Happy New Year again. It's the month of January, so as far as I'm concerned, we are still in the new year. So it looks like my channel will be, I'll be adding a little bit of inspiration, motivational, coupled with my DIY, coupled with my sex, marriage and relationship. Yes, I am a lifestyle and beauty blogger. My name is Cynthia Valino. If you stumble into this channel for the first time, please subscribe. Click on the red button and subscribe. So going back to the questions, I released a video a few days ago where I talked about how I was bullied and called fat, especially in this platform, and it was really touchy, and a lot of people wanted me to talk more about that. So the life, which we all know, when life gives you lemon, you make lemonade. Life is like a roller coaster. It goes up and it goes down, and somebody wants me to share how I was inspired to get back to being myself. So for people who missed that, I'm just gonna share a little picture of my from a year and a half ago, and then yes, so and this is 3 years ago. Can you believe that? Oh my Lord, what did I do to myself? But you know what? When life gives you lemon, you make lemonade, like I said. So this is what I used to look before even joining YouTube. And then in the previous picture was the first time of my first year of YouTube. But now your girl is back to slaying and being Cynthia Valino. So keep watching. The thing is that, like I said, life is a roller coaster. You go up, you go down, and it's never level. Life has never been level. So for people who know me and where I'm coming from, even when I was growing up, I was always called a fashionista. I started by doing fashion blog, and then at a time I find that Instagram became so saturated. So down the road towards my fashion blogging, I switched into entertainment industry. My website, CynthiaValino.com. If you know my website, you know that that's what I do. Also, I like to share celebrities' pictures and stories about from Nigeria, and also from people from Hollywood. So I started doing that. While I was doing that, I know that I have passion for designing. I can't sew, but I can look at the mannequin. I can tell you how to put one and two together and bring it all together. Even the clothes from 1950s or 20s, I can twirl it around, take the bottom, put on top, and it becomes a brand new outfit. I know, like, I have an idea how to do that. So I started doing one and two things together, but I'm going to cut this short. So at the end of the day, I came out with my own clothing line. I designed some clothes. It was a very big debut here in Toronto, Canada. I'm going to share the clip with you people. From blogging to runway. I am the face of Cynthia Valino. I am a fashion and style blogger transitioning from blogging to runway.
Presently, I'm coming out with my evening and couture line because I believe that every woman should look trendy and beautiful. I decided to come up with my own line because if I can blog it, if I can write it, if I can style it, I can produce it. So in the clip, when I launched my fashion line, I raised a whole lot of money for Cancer Society, but now I take a pause in my fashion industry. Why did I take a pause? I live in a very cold climate. We only have three months for the hot climate, so it was giving me a whole lot of, a whole lot of stress to do something. What am I gonna do in winter? What am I gonna do? And all these things. Even people suggested that I get into accessories because I love accessories too. To have a store to start selling accessories in winter, and then when summer comes, I'll get into doing clothes. But this is not what I want. I don't want to get into physical stores, so I developed my own line, my own brand, and I was selling online. Some of my stuff are still online, and they are all samples. If you choose a sample, you send in your measurement, and then I will make those outfits and deliver that to you. So this is how it was going. I wasn't into like having a boutique, which will eventually come. So anyway, fast forward to the change about my physical appearance. So at a time in life, I wasn't depressed, but there are times in life where, everybody, doesn't matter who you are, you just take a pause, you ask yourself, what is the purpose of life? Why are you living? So it hit me at that time. I was just like, you know what? I let go. I get up in the morning, I eat, I lie on the couch, I watch TV, and it was beginning to get on me like, anyway, from where to where? Why am I living? What is the purpose? So I turned back, I said, God, you need to help me figure out what is going on. Going to nursing school is not what I wanted to do. I always wanted to be in front of the camera, so I hated my job as a nurse so much. I don't want to go to work. I wanted to do something from home. So luckily for me, I have a very supportive husband. So one day he called me. He said, what is it? Why are you letting yourself like that? You're gaining weight, you're doing this, you eat everything that you're not used to eat. I said, I don't know. He dragged me back to the gym. When I say dragging me back to the gym, literally going to, like, dragging a little girl to the gym, like drag me on my hands. We will walk, we will jog, we will go to treadmill, we will do everything together, which we have always done together in the past. We are like, best friends and stuff like that. So he really helped me to get back to my physical appearance. And also, moving forward, people want to know what really inspired me to do what I'm doing today. You'll be shocked for me to tell you the people that really inspired me to do what I'm doing. So when I sit home, one of the TV programs that I really watch is Real Housewives of Atlanta. Remember that this video is your question to me. So whatever you think is your own. I'm going to tell you what I think and how these people inspired me. People look at the Real Housewives and they call them drama queens. When you look at people, you try to pull the good and the bad. So I sat down because I watched them a lot. One thing that really inspired me about them, Nene, Cynthia, all these people, Kenya Moore, is that they are all entrepreneurs. They do something. It doesn't matter how dramatic, they'll come out to act. At the end of the day, they are putting the money into their pocket. So being dramatic, like, I don't know, I don't work for Bravo, I haven't been there before, but it really got me there to know that no matter what these girls are doing, no matter how stupid they act in front of the camera, they are all entrepreneurs. They have their own business, they have something to do. So I get on Google, I read about these people, I read about their network. Sheree was also part of the Real Housewives. Yes, so I said, you know what? These women, Real Housewives, they are not really Real Housewives. They need to change their names to Real Entrepreneurs because they all have something doing. Kenya Moore has her hairline. Cynthia has her own modeling agency. Nene has some endorsement from all these big companies, movie producing companies and stuff like that. So I said, you know what? I tried to read their biography. I didn't know. I didn't even think that Nene has a first degree. But I did. So I tried to read their biography. And then I said, you know what? There is nothing different between these people and I. And then I went back to Nigeria where I come from. I look at the people that are doing well in the social media industry. It was a very big challenge. If you live in Nigeria, you might not understand what I'm talking about. But if you live here and you have traveled to Nigeria and back, you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. The traffic to go from point A to point B it's nowhere to be compared. The data to run your video or do your social media, if you don't have money, I don't know how you can sustain on social media. We have light in this part of the world 24 hours. We have water. We have security. What is going to stop me from focusing and being the best that I can be, since I have made a choice? I made a decision that I don't want to be going to work every day as a nurse. Something has to happen. I don't want to be the one that sit back and complain. It has never been me. And I have my children growing up. How am I going to correct them? They get up in the morning, they see mommy watching TV, which I do, even though, even though the money was coming in from my website, from blogging, but I wanted to do more. I started reading about people, their success in life, their downfall, and a lot of them is their downfall that even made them who they are today. I picked up myself from where I stopped at my physical appearance, from point A to point B, and then now I am going back I have gone back from my point B to my point A, to the way that I used to be, to the way that people that grew up with me know me to be. There is nothing that can really stop you. Yes, everybody, it doesn't matter who you are, you have somebody that really inspires you. Don't look at the negative aspects of that person. Concentrate and try to dig, to read more, to understand who is this person. We all have 24 hours in the clock. At the end of the day, what will I tell my God? He blessed me to live in this part of the world, and I cannot make the full meaning, the full potential, like to make the full potential of living, to make the full use of living in this part of the world. So fast forward the clock. How did I become an author and write my book? My mother have 10 of force. For those of you who don't know, or for people who are watching my video from YouTube, I am telling you, out of 10, I think about 6 people are doctors, like PhD doctors. Everybody went to school because Nigeria is the in thing. Masters is, first degree is nothing. Masters is nothing. PhD, everybody wants to be. But you know what? This is what they love. In my family, they call me Doctor of Fashion. Everybody is into studying. I hate school. I hated school. You cannot pay me enough to sit still to read books. I hate reading books. I hate being confined in one place. So like I said, fast forwarding, coming from this YouTube that I'm doing, you know that I love to talk about sex, marriage, and relationships. So one day I sat down, I said, you know what? Since YouTube has come into blocking some of the videos that people like me do and talk about sex, marriage, and relationship, maybe I can come up with an option to write a book. But even before that, I have always wanted to write a book, to share my life story, to say who I am and stuff like that. And then I paused at a time. I say, Wando. I call myself by my Igbo name. I say, Wando. But who are you really? Why do I think that people will read the story of me? I am nobody. People will read your book if you're like Michelle Obama or Oprah Winfrey. This is what I think. It's not that people will not, but I wanted to do something, first of all, to get me to the right step to writing my full story for life. So because YouTube has blocked some of the things, I said, you know what? I have passion. I like sex. I like to talk about it. So I started doing my research. I started putting things on one-to-one. Let me tell you, I am not a professional. I never read English in school as a first degree. But the most, like, why am I saying this? Do not think that because you are not this person that you cannot get to where you want to be. If you read my book, it's entirely up to you. You can judge it or you cannot judge it. I put my best ability to produce what I produce. And most of you have seen my pictures holding my book, talking about my book. People are buying. My book is on Amazon. People in Nigeria are buying. They love to hear things about this. So if you are watching this video today and you want to become something or somebody, or to change your life, or to impact other people's life, my dear, my darling, my sweetheart, I tell you at this time not to think about what people are going to think or say about you, because you know what? Everybody are entitled to their own opinion. Even Jesus Christ, as a Christian that died for us on the cross, people still have their own opinion about Jesus Christ. So at the end of the day, it's you and your inner soul that you need to do a soul searching. Why are you living? What is the purpose of your life? How are your children gonna take you? How are the younger ones gonna take you? We need to start now. Start now. Do it now. Do not wait to be perfect in all you do. I hope that my little story about me, about being me, about knowing how to go from point A to point B, I hope that my story inspire you. Every now and then I will come up here and share some little stories and also answer some questions from you guys. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that where we do our DIYs and talk about every little thing. But this year I will be doing a whole more of vlogging. I love traveling. You guys know that I love traveling. I love doing travel vlogs. I love showing here and there. Some people has written me, they want me to do a closet tour, to do my shoe tour. I don't have a lot, but when the time is right, I will try to do that. Thank you guys for being sincere audience, follower, subscriber, family, and friends. And I love you. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. See you guys. Bye.
Tell me she give her never trust another nigga. I say she give me on the nigga. Say she feeling on the nigga. Say she run another nigga. Who's that? Baby, tell me who's that? Look back, baby, make you look back. Move that, where you move that, move that, touch that, baby, me just wanna touch that. Enter me radar. Now you they mash up the place. Enter me radar. Girl, you are what see me brain. The only special one for me, Now you be the only one I see. Anywhere I go, I wanna be. Girl, you feel up my fantasy. Let's have a good time. Baby, I'ma make you sweat. Pour me out, say she give me, pour me out. In a yacht, say she give me in a yacht. Man a wine, say she give me dirty wine. Man a grind, say she